Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into one of my favorite topics, how to take the skills you already have and turn them into income streams that work for you pretty much automatically. We're talking about building digital assets that can earn money around the clock.
So, let's just start with the really big question. That thing you're amazing at, whether it's designing, writing code, or even just being ridiculously organized, could it actually be making you money while you're asleep or on vacation or just, catching up on your favorite show? Well, the answer is a huge, resounding yes.
And to get into the right mindset for this, just look at this number, $23.94 billion. That's how much people in India invested through systematic plans in just 1 year. So what does this tell us? It shows this massive cultural shift, people taking control of their own financial future with consistent, disciplined action. And that is the exact same mindset you need to build passive income.
Okay, let's get into it. Here's what we're going to cover. First up, turning your skills into actual sellable assets. Then, we'll explore the marketplaces where you can sell them. We'll have to cover the essential rules of the game. After that, we'll get to the fun part, unlocking different income streams. And finally, we'll tie it all together into a real strategy for financial freedom.
So, let's kick things off with Section 1. This is the absolute foundation of everything. Taking what's in your head and turning it into a real product that people can actually buy.
At the very heart of this whole thing is the digital product. And the concept is so simple, but it is so powerful. You create it once, and you can sell it forever. Just think about that for a second. No warehouse, no shipping, no running out of stock. Your brain is the entire factory.
And the possibilities here? Oh, they are practically endless. Are you a great teacher? Make an online course. A fantastic writer? Write an ebook. A killer designer? Template bundles for platforms like Canva or Notion are absolutely huge right now. You can even sell things like royalty-free music, stock photos, or, and get this is a big one for the future, AI prompt packs that help other people get better results from AI.
Okay, great. So you've got an idea for a product. But where do you actually sell it? Well, that brings us to the creators marketplace. It's like a global stage for your skills.
Let's just use Canva as a perfect example. You don't have to be just one thing. You could be a template creator, building entire layouts for presentations or social media. Or you could be an element creator, selling individual things like photos, icons, or little illustrations that millions of people can just drop into their own design. And look, this isn't just some theory. Listen to this from Veronica, a creator over in Spain. Her experience just nails the lifestyle this can unlock. Freedom, flexibility, and working completely on your own terms.
YouTube is another giant marketplace, obviously. And the path to earning money there is actually clearer than it's ever been. You don't have to wait for huge subscriber numbers anymore. At just 500 subs, you unlock Tier 1, which means fan funding. Then you grow to 1,000 subs, you hit the watch hour goals, and boom, you can start earning ad revenue. From there, you just keep diversifying by selling your own merch. It's a ladder, a system designed to help you start earning way sooner.
All right, now for the part that's super important, but a lot of people skip over it. The rules. If you want to build a business that lasts, you have to get the legal stuff right. It's not scary. I promise. It's just essential. This little table breaks it all down. You got to think about copyright to protect your stuff, data protection for your customers, taxes on what you sell, and content protection so people don't just steal your work. Let's just quickly unpack the big ones.
First up, copyright. It's simple, really. It's what makes sure you own what you create. It's the legal muscle that stops someone from just taking your ebook or your design and selling it as their own. Bottom line, your original work is protected by law.
Next up, if you have customers, especially if they're in Europe, you've got to know about GDPR. It's this big data privacy law that basically says you have to be responsible with customer information. It's all about being transparent and secure, which honestly just helps you build trust with your audience anyway.
And finally, how do you protect your product after it's sold? That's where something called DRM comes in, digital rights management. It's just technology that can limit copying or sharing, which helps make sure that the people using your product are the ones who actually, paid for it.
Okay, with the rules covered, let's get to the really exciting part, all the different ways you can actually make money. Because it's not just about selling one thing, it's about building a whole system of income.
The key to long-term stability, and I can't stress this enough, is diversification. You do not want to rely on just one thing. You can earn from ad revenue, from affiliate marketing where you recommend products you love, brand sponsorships, selling your own merch, and even direct support from your most loyal fans. Now, if you're making content, you have to know your numbers. Let's break down two key terms, CPM and RPM. CPM is what advertisers pay to show their ads, but RPM is the number you should actually care about. It's the revenue you take home per 1,000 views after the platform takes its share. So always focus on your RPM. That's the real score.
And please don't sleep on merchandise. With print-on-demand services, you can sell t-shirts, mugs, whatever you want with literally zero risk. You don't buy anything up front. When a customer orders, the POD company prints it and ships it. It is such a powerful, automated way to build your brand and your income.
So, we've covered the what, the where, and the how. Now let's tie it all together and talk about the ultimate goal here, right? Which is achieving real financial freedom.
Remember that chart from the beginning? Let's bring it back because it drives home such a key point. Just like those rising bars show how small, consistent investments grow into massive wealth over time, the exact same thing applies to your creative work. Consistent effort in building your digital assets is what leads to long-term, sustainable, passive income.
And this brings us to a really critical reality check. Passive income is not no work. Let's just be clear about that. It's smart work. You put in a lot of effort up front to build the asset and the system around it. But once it's built, it works to separate your income from your time. That is the real definition of financial freedom.
So here it is, the path laid out. It starts with a skill you already have or one you can learn. You package it up into a digital asset, you automate the sales process, you diversify your revenue, and then you invest the profits to keep building your wealth. It's a complete, powerful cycle.
So we'll end right where we began, but hopefully with a totally new perspective. You already have the raw materials, your skills, your knowledge, your creativity. They are your single most valuable assets. The only question left is, what are you going to build with them?